Tuesday, September 5th, 2023 at 10:09 p.m. Eastern Standard. Journaling. I just received a download about power and what that means. How to be and feel powerful. How to obtain power. And the fact that I was looking at it in a backwards perspective. Spirit explained that real power comes from having spiritual power and not from physical power. In order to obtain power, I must first empower my spirit. Sexy beast. This entire time, I have been trying to do the work, hard work, of working 9 to 5s and creating businesses. But this is indeed the hard way of gaining power, feeling powerful, or obtaining power. Spirit said that people only seek power so that they can feel a sense of seniority, control, pleasure, and or worthiness. People are shown and taught that having a gorgeous partner means that they are powerful. Having cars, certain jobs, certain houses, certain friends, certain talents, or even a certain status is what power is. To have these things is where power comes from. And we delay ourselves happiness, gratification, and satisfaction of ourselves until we have these things. Most people have some of these things and still deep down feel powerless. Of course, these feelings are hidden from outsiders looking in. We see that they have these things while they are imitating, feeling powerful, when in reality, they are not. People seek power in order to feel fulfilled in some way, instead of the other way around, which is how it should be, being fulfilled in order to feel powerful, feeling worthy, happiness, and satisfied with ourselves and life itself without the need of anything outside of us to make us feel this way or to make us feel powerful. To be powerful is to be spiritually powerful, not physically powerful. Spirit says that real power is sustainable without the need of anything or anyone outside of yourself. It is important to empower my spirit. My spirit is the detector and the transmitter of my energy vibration and frequency. Whatever level I vibrate at is what manifests for me in my reality. My spirit is constantly vibrating and is magnetizing the people, places, and things into my existence. Whatever I see externally is a physical manifestation of my internal makeup, aka my spirit. In previous teachings, I explained how the divine masculine, feminine, inner child, and shadow self are all representations of the state of my spirit. My spirit is the detector, and depending on the state of my spirit, I am able to detect an imbalance within these 4 energy aspects of myself. My spirit, whether optimistic or experiencing apathy, will let me know if I am vibrating high or low. But most importantly, my spirit is always vibrating at a frequency that continues to show me through physical manifestations, aka my reality. Spirit explains that spiritual power is what I need to give my hard work and discipline to in order to feel or be powerful, have power, and have this be sustainable. Why? Mainly because by empowering my spirit or priming my spirit, I will be doing less work to receive all of my desires and more. All I have to do is pay attention to my spirit and pleasing it. Then watch as the frequency vibrations from it magnetizes all of what I desire to have in my physical reality. This will be done without me needing to do it all myself. I won't need to cheat, work to the bone, wish and pray for luck, sell myself short, or even look up to someone else to give me what I desire to have. My spirit, being empowered, will bring it to my front doorstep like magic. It will magically appear within my awareness. This is all due to me attending to my garden, which is my spirit. My spirit is constantly matching my vibrations to my external environment. Spirit told me that my spirit holds all of the messages that comes from my heart. My heart knows more of what I want than I do. The spirit knows this too. So, this entire time, I was being led by my mind and what I think I need in order to be fulfilled. These thoughts are from the shadow self, the ego, and is not only heavily influenced by our traumas and repressed emotions, but also largely by what we see externally. What I am used to seeing is money is power. Having a high status is power. Everyone wants to be famous and rich, so that is what appears to be fulfilling. But spirit reminds me that is not sustainable. Once these things like losing a girlfriend or boyfriend, losing your status or position, losing of all of your money, cars, houses, etc. Once these things are taken from a person who was gaining power physically, they no longer feel powerful, thus no longer being fulfilled, happy, or satisfied with life. However, someone who gets their power spiritually can lose all of these things, including all of their clothes, being bare outside with nothing, no one, and even loss of respect. A person's respect. Sorry. Okay, I'll just keep going here. Sure, I may be sad, but I will not lose my power or my sense of being powerful. This is because my power isn't being sustained by anything or anyone outside of myself. Spirit says, the way to empower my spirit is by listening to my intuition, period. I prime my spirit by listening to the messages coming from my heart. Thus far, I have been listening to my intuition. I can say that my surroundings are completely different than when I started my journey August 2021. I am much cleaner and organized than before. Honestly, it's a long list. I could have never imagined being in this state of mind I am in, living where I live now, or in the position in life that I am in now. So, me listening to my intuition, although in opposition of my thoughts, is displaying the physical manifestation of what my spirit is vibrating at. My spirit has been transmitting a vibration out in the world that is much higher than before, per my physical manifested self and my environment. I will say that I still have the sense of not being fulfilled, although I have come such a long way. I give myself the credit for the discipline and the unwavering faith that I've had thus far within this spiritual ascension process. I couldn't quite put my finger on it as to why, but a tarot reading mentioned power, and I felt something when they said it. I said, oh, the way I define power and the reasoning behind why I feel I need it may be contradictory of the path that I am headed down now. That's a belief I need to revisit, as it is now misaligned with my personal values. This is what has been a snag in me moving forward as fast as I would like anyway. I kept putting off what my intuition has been telling me for about a year, which is play now, be within my divine inner child, be what my divine inner child wants. My divine inner child wants to play and express himself. Now that he is mostly healed, I have been neglecting this. My intuition also has been telling me to lighten up and be more within my divine feminine energy, to be in receiving mode now and less action oriented. No more letting my divine masculine drive or letting my shadow self drive. I am to put both of these energies in the back seat of my car. My divine feminine will be driving for the rest of the duration to my destination, which is reuniting with the soul. And my divine inner child will be up front where he belongs, in the passenger seat. I literally could not wrap my head around this concept, logically speaking. I am used to being predominantly within my divine masculine energy, doing, action, go, go. I have to put in hard work in order to get a well-deserved reward. Hard work was me busting my ass, me working 10 hours straight, me working until I was physically and mentally exhausted. That was the only time I felt worthy of receiving. This is the old way and of the past. My intuition has been screaming at me, LOL, play, paint, express myself. Sit back and relax. Kick my feet up. Read. Be goofy. Be funny. And be light. No more taking life so serious. My intuition has been teaching me that I am inherently abundant. I can manifest whatever my heart desires. I can live the dream life I want. Nothing is impossible for me. And all of these things are supposed to come effortlessly, not through the detriment of my mind, body, or spirit. In fact, just the opposite, through understanding that what I want wants me, through understanding that I am worthy of my desires and can have them simply by attending to my spirit and nothing else. Allow my intuition to tell me what it wants from me. Then listen and obey so that it primes my spirit, raises my vibration, which will then trigger the signal to the universe to bring in my awareness, my reality of all of the things that are a vibrational match to it. I keep stopping my spiritual practices for business building. Business building is beautiful, but nothing can be at the expense of my spiritual empowerment. It's a cycle. The heart tells me what it wants. I listen, and then my spirit benefits from it. That vibration is then sent out to the universe. The universe brings to me the vibrational matches. This comes in opportunities, mental clarity, and material gains, including people. The universe creates pathways for these desires coming from my heart and intuition. Then I continue to listen to my intuition that's leading me down these paths towards these aspirations. And my spirit continues to get primed up, continuously changing my surroundings to match my vibrational frequency. My spirit continues to bring opportunities and dreams that I can pursue within my awareness because I am continuing to listen to my intuition. I continue listening to my intuition despite of anything, because I have received physical and mental evidence of my desires appearing closer and closer to me. Clearer and clearer, I see my desires being plausible for me to reach. It's a beautiful cycle. Spirit says people are continuing to work way harder than they need to be. Not to mention, they are really only scratching the surface of what would truly fulfill them. We only can guess and go by thought or the mind, aka the ego or shadow self. The shadow moves in fear, thinks in fear, and most definitely keeps us playing small. The shadow only wants to protect us and keep us safe. That's not a bad thing. It is just simply limiting. I closely relate the shadow self energy to the energy of the devil. I remember that people say that God says the devil is the most beautiful angel of them all. The devil imprisons and restricts. It's where we get our self-limiting beliefs from, the devil in the mind. It's where we get the self-sabotage and imposter syndrome from, the devil in the mind. It's our ego wanting to keep us safe. We absolutely need the ego in order to have healthy and balanced state of mind. So for me, I only know work, make money, then buy the things that makes me happy in order to be fulfilled. But this isn't sustainable. It's very quick and short-lasting pleasure. My intuition, however, has been guiding me to be in a relaxed state. Understand that this is where I get ultimate fulfillment. My intuition, once I had cleared out the past, has been trying to tell me that I am an artist and creator. I draw inspiration from a relaxed and meditative states of being, not otherwise. My intuition has been telling me that I can have great financial stability and have plenty of time in my day every day to do as I please. My intuition has been telling me that I have been worthy all along. We all are. It just takes for me to get back to center, my heart, and feel and listen. Because truly, whatever I want, I can have effortlessly. My intuition is calling for me to empower my spirit by being disciplined to it, by focusing my hard work and dedication towards empowering my spirit. Empowering my spirit and drawing my power from my spirit. And to do this for the remainder of this incarnation by living in my divine feminine and divine inner child energies. To do this while having unwavering dedication of my spiritual practices per my intuition. It is a cycle.